Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into a big question. Is Shawn Ray the best physique to never win Mr. Olympia? We'll explore his career, epic battles, and the legacy he's left. So, let's get started. Shawn Ray was born on September 9, 1965 in Fullerton, California. From an early age, he displayed an inclination towards sports, particularly football. However, fate had a different path laid out for him. After a football injury in high school, Ray found himself in a rehabilitation program that included weightlifting as part of the therapy. This turned out to be a transformative experience. Not only did he recover from the injury, but he also discovered a passion for bodybuilding. Shawn Ray quickly became engrossed in the art and science of sculpting his body. He took inspiration from bodybuilding legends like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lee Haney, whose physiques captivated his imagination. What started as a pastime soon evolved into an obsession as he began studying training regimens, nutrition, and even the psychology behind the sport. In 1983, at the age of 18, Shawn Ray decided to test the waters of competitive bodybuilding by entering a local competition. Though he didn't win, the experience was invaluable, offering him a first-hand look at what it takes to succeed at the higher levels of the sport. Unfazed by the initial setback, Ray doubled down on his training and started to formulate a more strategic approach to his workouts and diet. His efforts soon bore fruit. In 1985, he won the California Gold Cup Classic, a turning point that marked the beginning of a promising career. His win caught the attention of local trainers and bodybuilding enthusiasts, serving as a catalyst for bigger opportunities. Shawn Ray's hard work and unique blend of symmetry, proportionality, and aesthetic beauty started winning him titles at the state and eventually national levels. He won the National Physique Committee Nationals in 1987, turning professional at just 22 years old. From there, he competed in several international federation of bodybuilding and fitness events, placing consistently high and earning respect within the bodybuilding community. Before his first appearance at Mr. Olympia, Shawn had already amassed an impressive list of titles and top 5 finishes, including victories at competitions like the Pro Ironman, Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and the San Jose Pro Invitational. As he made his way to the Mr. Olympia scene in the early 1990s, Shawn Ray was already a force to be reckoned with. He was well known for his well-balanced physique, which was considered by many to be a breath of fresh air in an era dominated by mass monsters. His physique seemed to promise a bright future, and the bodybuilding world watched with keen interest to see if he could win the most prestigious title in the sport, Mr. Olympia. Though he never clinched that elusive title, his numerous near misses would go on to make him one of the most discussed athletes in the annals of bodybuilding history, sparking debates that last to this day. Was Shawn Ray the best physique to never win Mr. Olympia? While opinions may vary, there's no disputing the indelible impact he's had on the sport. One of the standout features of Shawn Ray's physique was his remarkable symmetry. In bodybuilding, symmetry refers to the harmonious balance between both sides of the body, as well as the proportion of upper and lower body elements. Shawn Ray excelled in this domain, showcasing an unparalleled level of balance that made his physique a work of art. His arms, legs, and torso all seemed to be in perfect harmony, which not only looked aesthetically pleasing but also fulfilled one of the key judging criteria in competitive bodybuilding. Equally notable was Ray's proportionality, another significant scoring point in competitions. Proportionality refers to the balance between different muscle groups. No part should overshadow another. Ray's physique was a textbook example of this. His well-developed shoulders perfectly complemented his chest and back, and his thighs and calves were equally well-matched. This was a physique that didn't have any apparent weaknesses. The aesthetic qualities of Shawn Ray's physique were perhaps what made him truly exceptional. While the bodybuilding era he belonged to started to favor sheer mass and size, Ray maintained a look that many fans and experts considered to be the epitome of classical bodybuilding aesthetics. His was a physique that could have stood alongside the statues of Greek gods. Defined yet not overly striated muscles, a tiny waist, broad shoulders, and an overall pleasing silhouette made him a crowd favorite. The 1990s were a transformative decade for bodybuilding, as the sport began to favor what fans referred to as mass monsters, competitors who pushed the limits of muscle size and density. During this time, bodybuilders like Dorian Yates and Ronnie Coleman set a new precedent with their colossal frames, weighing well over 250 pounds while maintaining low levels of body fat. The sheer size and mass of these competitors were awe-inspiring, but also led to critiques that bodybuilding was losing its artistic and aesthetic elements. Shawn Ray, however, was something of an anomaly during this period. Weighing significantly less than many of his rivals, often around 210 to 215 pounds, Ray presented a more balanced, aesthetic package that harked back to an earlier era of bodybuilding. His physique was a throwback to the days of Frank Zane and even Arnold Schwarzenegger, who emphasized lines, shapes, and overall aesthetics rather than just sheer bulk. Ray never compromised on his vision for what a bodybuilder should look like, even when the sport seemed to be moving in a different direction. While he was often criticized for not carrying as much muscle mass as his contemporaries, many argued that what he lacked in size, he more than made up for with his exceptional symmetry, proportionality, and aesthetics. The 1994 Mr. Olympia contest was a monumental event for several reasons, but one of the most significant was the face-off between Shawn Ray and the reigning champion, Dorian Yates. Yates was known for his incredible muscle mass and density, a physique that had effectively shifted the paradigm of bodybuilding towards greater size. The event had fans and judges divided. Yates ultimately won, successfully defending his title, while Shawn Ray placed second. The 1996 Mr. Olympia contest was another memorable moment for Shawn Ray and bodybuilding fans. This time, the competition was further spiced up by the presence of emerging stars like Lee Priest and Flex Wheeler. Wheeler, known for his incredible symmetry and balance, was considered by many as a strong contender for the title, while Priest was gaining attention for his aesthetic qualities as well. Ray, once again displaying impeccable symmetry and proportionality, had improved upon his previous performances. However, Dorian Yates continued to dominate, winning the competition with his awe-inspiring mass. Shawn Ray placed a respectable fourth behind Yates, Flex Wheeler, and Kevin Levrone. While it was not the victory he had hoped for, it further cemented his reputation as a bodybuilder who could go toe-to-toe with the biggest names in the sport, even if he didn't fit the increasingly mass-centric mold. Over the years, Shawn Ray participated in 13 Mr. Olympia competitions, always placing in the top 5 in all but his debut appearance. His best performances came in 1994 and 1996 when he faced off against some of the sport's biggest names. Although he never clinched the elusive Mr. Olympia title, his consistent high placements speak volumes about the quality and durability of his physique. And there you have it, folks. Shawn Ray, a name that will forever resonate in the halls of bodybuilding greatness, whether or not there's a Mr. Olympia trophy beside it. Many argue that the quality of a career isn't solely determined by the titles won, but also by the impact left on the sport. And in that regard, Shawn Ray is an undisputed legend. So, what do you think? Is Shawn Ray the best physique to never win Mr. Olympia? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of bodybuilding legends, trends, and everything else you want to know about the sport.